everyone and welcome back to my channel. So this is going to be my 28-week pregnancy update, and I'm going to try and get into this as quick as possible because I have a lot to update you on. Now obviously I have like symptoms and all of that jazz, which I will get into in a second, but I think the biggest thing that has happened this week, apart from the fact that obviously I've turned 28 weeks, which means I'm officially in the 3rd trimester. I mean, in fact, I'm going to take a second to talk about that because obviously it's a huge milestone when you get to halfway, because you're like, right, well, I'm halfway through my pregnancy, I'm in the 2nd trimester, things are getting like a little bit smoother and easier. And then now it's like I'm 28 weeks. In fact, I'm going to be 29 weeks on Tuesday, and I'm filming this on Friday, so it's really not that long until I hit the big 3-0, and then it's that final 10-week countdown, at least to our due date anyway. And I just feel like it's really crept up on me with Christmas. Like I said, the biggest thing that we have experienced this week, I guess, is his reassurance scan. Now, if you are new or maybe missed an update previously, I was offered a reassurance scan by my consultant to reassure me, basically put my mind at ease. So I was really excited about this scan because obviously it's lovely to see your baby again. But if you saw, because I'm doing Vlogmas, if you saw that vlog, I will leave it linked down below if you haven't seen it. I kind of vlogged the day, obviously not when we had the scan because you're not allowed to film, at least when it's an NHS scan in the UK. So I vlogged that day, and I was very nervous and very worked up because even though I've been feeling and moving regularly, I thought, what if I spot something as a mother with lots of experience of Pierre band sequence and Stickler Syndrome? What if I spot something, and what if that changes my mindset? So it was hard because my local hospital, as a local hospital with a very average pregnancy, I feel like they do brilliantly at looking after you if you're an average pregnancy. They do brilliantly at looking after you if you have risks as a mother yourself. But my syndrome is not very common, and often when I'm seen at several hospitals around here or by several medical members of staff, I get a lot of, oh, I've never met one of you before, or I've never seen anyone with sticklers before, or I've never met anyone with sticklers before. And it becomes really draining because I know I'm extra sensitive at the moment I'm pregnant, and I'm sensitive because I'm the one passing something on to my children. It's not Mark, it's nobody else's fault, it's mine. So when I hear that every time, I get quite overwhelmed and I find it quite emotionally exhausting, and I get quite upset afterwards. And it was just one of those where, like, the scan as a general scan, they kept calling it a growth scan, and I was like, oh no, it's not a growth scan, there's nothing wrong with him in that sense, it's a reassurance scan, could you maybe look at this? And then the sonographer just didn't really get it, so she gave us photographs, which was great because we were told that they don't let you pay for a token to get photographs anymore. You either, if they can get a good shot of baby, they will give you a photograph, and if they can't, then you come out empty-handed, so to speak. So we knew that, and she gave us photographs, she gave us 4, which was great, and she was so lovely. But I just didn't feel like anybody really understood, and I'm not critiquing them because why would every single syndrome be on every single person's radar? There's too many, and ours is rare and it's countless. Like it's like there's so many that you need to be aware of these days, and it was just quite hard. And when I saw the consultant, it wasn't my normal consultant either, so she didn't really understand my medical history either. I just kind of said that, like, I think it's probably best if, like, I leave it there. As long as they're not concerned in any way, shape or form, I'd rather it be midwife led from now on, which was all agreed by everyone else as well. So I am midwife led. I won't be seeing the consultant anymore, which is a big step because they have no concerns about me. And I asked about my birth plans because initially I thought if things went really well and my confidence was really good, maybe I could look at having a home birth. My past 2 births have been fast and without any pain relief. I haven't actually even had gas and air. I don't think I'm superwoman, it's just gas and air makes me feel really sick, and the speed at which, you know, my labours progress mean that I can't have much else. And on paper, I am a great candidate for someone to have a home birth, but I decided that I didn't want to take that risk, because if this baby boy is poorly and does have Stickler Syndrome, he may need medical attention right away. Daisy lasted about a day, 2 days before she was taken into NICU with exhaustion, and you know, she was dehydrated, she wasn't taking enough milk, she wasn't able to swallow properly or coordinate her breathing, and I don't want to go through that again. If he needs help, I want him to get it straight away, so I don't want to delay anything by being at home and potentially even lose him because he isn't able to breathe. So I was asking while I was at the consultant appointment, can I still have a active labour? I like to stand up a lot and rock on all fours and like lean on Mark. I like to, you know, be able to go to the toilet if I need to clear out the old bowels, because it happens, and I would like to use a birthing pool again as I did with Daisy. And it was all agreed that everything was fine. I won't need to be monitored even if I'm induced, so long as it's only the pessary that's inserted, which I think is called prostaglandin, and that is pessary that's inserted up your vagina basically, and it ripens the cervix and should, if you are favourable, begin labour. And then they can also break your waters as well, but if you do need to go on a drip, then you do need to be monitored after that. Fingers crossed it doesn't get to that point, but it was good news to, you know, have that in place and all of that. And it was great to see him. I have the scan photos here, and again, to me he looks great, he looks fantastic, but I won't know until he's born, because there are similarities between him and Daisy, and there are similarities between him and Bill, but they are all siblings, so of course they're going to look similar. And in a way, I don't really want him to resemble Daisy in the womb, but he does. I've got a side-by-side photograph actually here, so I'll insert it now. But you know, what will be will be. I have started to realise that it's going to be very real. I've been told by on no certain terms, can I be like guaranteed with a healthy baby, and while everything looks good and it's more on the he hasn't got it rather than he has, I do need to be prepared for that. But I just want to try and enjoy our pregnancy now, like the last few bits, and just prepare. I need to prepare a NICU bag, I've decided that. I need to prepare, like, you know, bits for feeding a baby with a cleft palate should I need to, and I just need to get my head around everything and make sure that I'm ready. But I will insert the photos of his scan pictures now a little bit closer so you can see, but as you can see I have 4 of them, and one of which you can actually see his foot is right on top of his head. It was hilarious to see. He had like a foot and a hand up there. So let's talk about him while I'm on the subject. He is really like active now, but in a very strong pattern. He's a very reliable baby. He moves when he moves, and I can pretty much guarantee that if I, you know, check the time on my phone or look at a clock and I can see what time it is, I know that he's going to move like loads in half an hour, or he should be moving right now. And I have to say that he is my strongest baby. He's also head down at the moment from what the midwife said, and also my scan, so cephalic presentation I think it is. And he is like, he's so strong to the point where the other night I was lying in bed and I couldn't get to sleep because whatever he was doing, he was pushing up into my right like rib cage and lung, and I was getting breathless and so uncomfortable, and I had my arm like this to try and like make more space to get him out. I was like on my side, I was on my back, I was on my other side, I was like wiggling, and it lasted a good hour and it was really uncomfortable. So he's a big boy, and he is currently weighing at around 2 pounds and 9 ounces according to his scan measurements, which is, according to my plot now on my graph, because we all get supplied with a special graph which plots our past babies' weights and gestations when they were born, and then gives you a graph that your subsequent babies should follow, which is actually quite useful because some of us have smaller babies, some of us have larger babies, and it makes you less concerned then, which is really nice. And he's about average for my babies basically. So he is bigger than Bill, but he is smaller than Daisy at the moment. Bill was 8'6", Daisy was £8.11, so we shall see how big he is. I still think he's going to be my biggest, but you never know, do you? Other symptoms that I've been having: itchy skin has been one thing, not to the point where it is it OC, I think it's called. I can't actually pronounce it, but it's something to do with like the kidneys and the liver, and it's like can be quite a serious condition for mothers, but it's just itchy in the fact that it's dry at the moment because it's cold, but also because I am feeling quite stretched. In fact, these are the two things that I've been loving at the moment, and I'm including them because around this time of year I get obsessed with the Body Shop. I think it's just because like they get so much good like Christmas deals on and stuff, but I have the Body Shop, what is this? Frosted plum body butter that I've been slathering on my belly, my boobs, my arms and my back every night, and it smells really nice and they're just luxurious, and I'm going to stock up on a few more of these I think in the run up to giving birth. And then also the Body Shop almond hand cream because my hands have been super dry. I've also found that hyperpigmentation has been a real issue with me this pregnancy, and I don't know if you can see here, but I have like Mount Vesuvius's little twin on my face. I'm getting spots just here on both sides of my face. Not related to like makeup, it's not related to makeup brushes or anything like that because I wash them all at the same time, and if there was an issue there they'd be all over my face. But this is where I'm getting like hormonal, and they are massive under the skin spots, but they don't have a head, and they just go dry and scab over, and they're very, very tender and sore, and then eventually they go away. But afterwards I have like brown spots, like as in like brown marks, scarring almost of where they were, and they last for a lot longer than normal. I had really, really dry skin around my nose when I had a bit of cold for the last couple of weeks. I still have really like, you know, sore looking skin even though it's not sore, it's just hyperpigmentation, and it's normal because you do get like the mask of pregnancy during pregnancy, which I don't actually suffer with myself, but I just find that any sort of marks or bruises or cuts, they are scarring a lot more than normal. So I've been taking a lot of care over my skin, and I've actually enjoyed pampering myself every night as well, just taking my makeup off and putting on like face cream, eye cream, a serum like these. It's just been really nice and I've really enjoyed it. So I think I might do like a pregnancy evening routine, skincare routine in the new year if you'd like to see that. So let me know in the comments below, or give me a thumbs up if you would. And yeah, aside from like obvious growth in my belly, which I will show you in a minute, and like I do feel like my boobs have grown again, which is like not even necessary, and they're getting a lot more veiny, and my nipples seem to be darker than ever. Like my nipples have been like on tour in Ibiza, they are that brown at the moment, whereas like the rest of me just isn't at all. In fact, I kind of feel like, oh, do I fake tan for Christmas Day, because I do look a bit pasty and disgusting. But I'm feeling well, like I'm not poorly anymore. I'm like ready, I'm ready for Christmas, ready to finish Vlogmas and wind down and just relax. And then in the new year I need to prepare for this baby and start building things like our snooze pod and finding stuff in the garage or in the loft and sorting things out, because we've not done anything for him at all. So hopefully you can see this okay. My camera's actually broken at the moment. I've had to order a new one 3 days before Christmas, so hopefully this is in shot. But this is my belly with clothes on, and then this is it from the front, and then this is it without clothes on from the front. I haven't got any new stretch marks yet. I've been trying really hard. One weird thing is my belly button is doing some rather bizarre stuff. I have such a deep innie that I have never in my past pregnancies had anything pop out before, but this time, depending on how full I am, we're getting some interesting shapes being thrown with this belly button of mine. And that is it from the side. So as always, thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you are new and you want to follow our pregnancy journey and see what this baby boy's like when he's born in March, then I would love it if you subscribed. And if you're pregnant, then let me know in the comments below. Let me know where you're up to, like whether it's a boy or a girl, or you're not finding out, or like how many weeks you are and stuff. I've had a few friends who have had babies recently or are due in the next few weeks, and I'm so excited, and I'm kind of relying on them to sort of get me through these last 3 months, because I'm so like broody for my baby now, but it's going to be a while yet. So yeah, thank you so much for watching, and I will see you next time. Bye.